The world of a professional bull rider is an exhilarating but rocky one. Even when they're riding high off a reckless bull, knowing they're staring death in the eye, these heroes do not back down. But that doesn't always end in their favor. Today, we're going to list down some of the most horrifying accidents of rodeo. Stay tuned for these crazy stories, and before we begin, hit that bell icon and subscribe to our channel. Number 1. Chris Shivers. The name Chris Shivers is widely regarded in the world of bull riding as a man known for his fearless skills and aggressive bull riding style. Shivers began rodeo at a very young age and built his skills for years before competing on national and international levels. At the age of 18, he joined PBR and made quite a name for himself by taking on some of the most fearsome bulls in the profession. Shivers accomplished great feats in his career, like becoming the first two-time world champion in 2003 or scoring a perfect 100 points on the Hustler Bull. In this domination of the PBR circuit, Shivers came to face several injuries, but the most notable and harrowing one was his injury in 1998 with the bull Shorty. The now retired PBR hero faced a shocking near-death experience during the PBR Boise bull riding blowout. It's one thing to get thrown off a bull, and a pretty common occurrence at that, but Shorty's aggressiveness towards Chris was in the form of recklessly repeated attacks. The audience watching could not bear to see how many times the bull came back to stomp on Shivers. The scene created was mad and grueling, with several arena workers trying to get the bull off of him. But the beast still continued to ram its horns into Shivers' body repeatedly. After a lot of struggle, the staff finally got him to safety, and despite the ruckus of everything, Chris raised his arms to show the audience that he was okay. This day, and countless others, served his legacy as being one of the toughest bull riders out there. While some walk off unscathed, others get knocked out cold. You think this is bad? We've got worse life-altering injuries coming up. Number 2. Jerome Danger Davis. If you're unsure who this is, the nickname is enough to tell you of his style. Jerome was another star who started out young and decided the course his path will take very early on. From the young age of 11, Jerome would ride 15 bulls a year, and once he became a professional, the number went way up. From his first win in high school to his PRCA World Championship win in '95, Jerome was fueled by the adrenaline rush of bull riding and many other high-stakes sports. This led him to the top rankings every year after that. Unfortunately, the king had to give up his throne in 1998 when one of the heaviest bulls bucked him right off his back. When they exited the chute, it was like a memorized routine between man and beast, but the beast sent tremors through the arena, throwing Jerome to the ground. The impact of the fall and the position in which he fell was so severe that Jerome broke his neck when he landed. From the looks of it, his chances of survival were very slim, but somehow he pulled through. Although he miraculously survived, Davis was paralyzed from the neck down and confined to a wheelchair. His love for this sport led him to become a stock contractor after his injuries, and to this day, he runs a ranch with his wife. But he's not the only one who narrowly escaped death in bull riding. Number 3. Emilio Resende. Emilio is known for his resilience in the sport. The harrowing accident that we're about to tell you about wasn't the first time Emilio had to take a break from PBR due to his injuries. Be it concussions or hard landing, Emilio had faced it all, and he always returned to the arena stronger than ever. He's had a long and notable career, having competed in PBR Brazil and the US. The young man has stayed in the PBR circuit long enough to know the dangers he faces. Despite his perseverance, Resende did not know what the massive bull, Mr. Slim, had in store for him on that day in March 2012. Mr. Slim was particularly known for bucking off 74% of the riders who dared take him on, but Emilio was not going to let that stop him. During the Ty Murray Invitational bull riding event, the 1,500-pound beast was prepared to send riders flying, and Emilio was one of them. As he mounted the beast, he was able to stand his ground for a few seconds before his body was thrown off. But it doesn't stop there. Emilio's boot and spur got stuck in a strap that was still attached to the bull, and that's where things got messy. The arena watched as Resende was thrashed around the place, hitting his body, neck, and knee all around the mud in full thrust. Mr. Slim did not seem to stop until somehow Emilio got out and cheated death at the very last second. Although he nearly lost his life, the fearless bull rider still made a comeback. Number 4. Beau Schroeder. Beau was as stubborn and relentless as they come. Introduced to bull riding at the age of 4, he grew up in rodeo arenas, watching the reckless sport with nothing but admiration in his eyes. This passion of young Beau stuck with him throughout his adult life and rodeo career. Beau knew this is something he would flourish at, and by 2007, he became a professional bull rider competing in 100 rodeos per year. With his flaming action, Beau did not stop even after breaking his leg 3 times. None of these injuries were enough to stop him from rodeo. He knew his talent coursed through his veins, making him pretty unstoppable. But on a fateful day in March 2013, Beau mounted a bull that wasn't going to be tamed. After initially holding his own on the bucking bull, he suddenly started to lose control. With one mighty thrust, the bull sent Beau flying forward to the ground, and the bull's horns smashed against his body several times. The severity of his injuries were not clear until security personnel put an oxygen inhaler on him, and Beau's lungs refused to inhale, having deflated. He was rushed to hospital almost immediately. The only reason Beau survived was because of the doctor's quick thinking in accurately inserting a tube to inflate his lungs. Despite this crazy incident and difficult recovery, Beau returned to the world of rodeo yet again. Last but not least, we have number 5, Ben Jones. If adrenaline, entertainment, and fearlessness had a combined name, it would be Ben Jones. This man became a fan favorite because of his unique techniques and sky-high passion for the PBR circuit. Jones earned a great reputation over his 10-year career and was most known for his energy that captivated crowds. Although he struggled with consistency and technical skills, Jones was determined and made comebacks no matter what injury he faced. In 2015, he had one of the most terrifying moments when he took a sharp hit to his face by the massive bull, Sheep Creek. During the championship round, as Ben rode mighty and high on the bull, there was a defining moment of collision with the beast's head. This blow hit hard, especially given the force with which his face came in contact with the bull. The crowd screamed as Jones fell to the ground in a completely stiff manner and suffered a concussion. He also sustained injuries to several fractured bones, and any member of the audience that night would tell you how gruesome it looked. But Ben Jones, staying true to his reputation, did not succumb to the injuries of his favorite sport. Despite facing such a terrible situation, he came back even stronger and showed an improved form. Shortly after recovery, he made a 90.25-point ride on Beaver Creek Beau, which was a majorly impressive comeback. These names prove that bull riding and its unpredictability just isn't for anyone. It takes a lot of grit and heart to mount a beast and be determined to beat it at its own game. The harrowing stories of these riders, and several more serious ones, are a reminder that while riding high is fun, you can end up injured on the ground within a matter of milliseconds. Even a combination of skill and passion can't save some riders on time. Many do come back stronger, but others have the course of their lives completely changed and disrupted. If these stories make your heart pound faster, be sure to hit the subscribe button. Keep your notifications on for more thrilling videos like this. Leave a comment down below to tell us which story excited you the most.